This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. There are so many things these days more important to contemplate and act upon than a $6,000 28mm f1.7 fixed lens camera that can only shoot in black and white. But oh baby, quel objet de désir. Was für ein Biest. What imagery. What a joy to shoot. Hey everybody, I'm Hugh Brownstone for Three Blind Men and an Elephant, and today I want to talk to you about Leica's long-rumored, long-lusted-for Q2 Monochrome. Rather than go over old ground, let me simply refer you to my reviews of the original Leica Q and Q2, and the M10 Monochrom for that matter. I'll put links down in the show notes below and up above if I remember, so that we can concentrate on what we have before us in the Q2 Monochrome that is different. With that said, this just may become the shortest camera review I've ever done, because I may never have been clearer about what it is that I had in hand for a few days. And that is precisely a Q2 without color, right down to the same autofocusing 47.5 megapixel sensor, though now without a color filter array or the need for demosaicing. Even the top plate engraving, even the A setting on the shutter speed dial are blacked out. It goes without saying that the camera itself is black, although the covering is a departure from the original Q2's diamond hatching. Very nice. It is gorgeous. Darth Vaderier than Vader, like his internal codename for the SL2, which is pretty darned Vadery. More importantly, it really does render black and white in a different way than one gets from a black and white conversion. Now, this is an entirely subjective thing. You may or may not like it. And it is mind-blowingly better at high ISO than my SL2. Which you can think of as an excellent proxy for direct comparison to the Q2, but I didn't know it could be that good. But the Q2 Monochrome is also priced a cool $1,000 more than your regular Q2. The question is it worth it? Of course it depends. No newsflash. You don't need a Leica. You don't need a dedicated monochrome camera. You don't even need a full-frame camera to get amazing black and white images. I know, because we have a number of prints hanging on our walls upstairs, up to 50 inches on a side, shot on a Fujifilm X-T2 or a Panasonic G9, either of which can be had, body and lens, for well under a third of the price of the Q2 Monochrome. Hey, you can print gorgeous 8x10s, even 13x19s at the margin off your iPhone. Live long and prosper. On the other hand, those of us who have the wherewithal and inclination could think of the Q2 Monochrome as a one-third the price, call it one-fifth more pixel-equipped EVF M10 Monochrom with a permanently bolted-on Summilux M28 1.4 that you can also just happen to autofocus anytime you choose, or go macro. And I'd agree with you. On that basis, it's a steal if 28mm, even 35mm fields of view are your jam. Because with the Q2 Monochrome's 47.5 megapixel sensor at your disposal, rather than the M10 Monochrome's 40, even when you crop to 35, you're still working with 30 megapixels, 18 at 50. By the way, as long as you set the camera to record JPEGs and DNG, you can use the little function button on the rear to preview, capture, and then review 35, 50, and 75mm fields of view. I quite enjoy seeing the frame lines appear alte Schule, old school in the EVF, and have no hesitation recommending using the 35 or 50 millimeter crop for street work. But if you are not 100% about black and white, maniacally about black and white, and highest ISO performance, well, then no, it's not worth it. Between this and the regular Q2, get the regular Q2. You'll give yourself more flexibility in post and save yourself the $1,000. But what the Q2 Monochrome will give you, that no other camera I can think of can, is the best high ISO performance at the highest megapixel count in the current Leica lineup, with a feeling in hand and a talismanic quality only a Leica can give you, and to me, quite possibly the finest combination of performance and understated elegance Leica has ever produced. Like I said, ein Biest, un Objet de Désir, a joy. This episode was brought to you by Squarespace. From custom domains to beautiful websites using their easily customizable templates that you can have up and running in minutes, e-commerce, email and email marketing, SEO, analytics, and scheduling, Squarespace does it all and has done it for us for the last 6 years. If you are a small to mid-sized business in any industry, Squarespace is the place to go for all of your website needs. Hop over to www.squarespace.com/Hugh for a free trial. And if you like what you see and want to move forward, receive 10% off your first order by using the discount code HUGH at checkout. Thanks, Squarespace.